Welcome back to all you Raising Ash trainers out there. Today's feature is another city challenge I was at. Again, these are an expanded, and I'm just shooting down the pipe right now and trying to get as many city challenges as I can as they're going on. They're shuffling their deck off, and again, I have sped the tape up so that we can see it a little faster than most. It comes in around 14 minutes, and there it's at. So what we have now is they're just going through their shuffles. I actually was kidding around with the player without the playmat. I offered him my playmat, and he said he was too superstitious. He had never played with a playmat before. So that was the first time I ever heard that, and he didn't want to play with mine. That's for sure. He felt like it would bring down his luck. That made me laugh. In competition, I feel the same way. There's certain superstitions you just stick with. Same pair of socks, or if you're doing well, you keep wearing the same sweater, or hopefully not it's the same pair of socks. I mean, that would just get gross. But obviously, same sweaters. Maybe put on a different ring. It is the superstitions that always are funny in the competitions when you're very competitive on what you feel is going to make you do well or not do well, or what's going to bring you luck or not going to bring you luck. But yeah, his was the playmat. He didn't feel like playmats brought him luck. So we have another Flareon Vespiquen deck against another Tyrantrum deck. And let's go ahead and see how this gets played out. He has a great start putting down the Eevee with the Silver Bangle. The Silver Bangle does 30 more points extra to any Pokemon EXs. So if you are a Pokemon EXs, it hits you for 30. If you're not a Pokemon EX, you do not count the Silver Bangle. You have to be an EX for it to count. He throws down an N. They're going to shuffle back in, draw up 6. They take 6. He's got a great start. He got an Eevee, an Unknown down, and a Vespiquen. Now he's playing the Eevee that allows you to evolve if you attach an energy, and he went ahead and attached that fire energy and laid down the Flareon first turn. I think that's a great start. The only thing better that could have happened with that start is if he got the Silver Bangle down on the Flareon. Unfortunately, he did not have that at the time. He's going to draw up for 6, putting down the Shaman. He's going to Unknown, draw for another card. Going to Unknown again and draw for another card. He's going to Ultra Ball out, discarding the fire energy, and it looks like a Juniper at this time, and he's going to Combi down. He's got a great bench setup right now. He's got the Flareon, the Combi, the Shaman, and another Combi out. This is just a perfect start for him at this point. And he looks like he's just passed the turn. So he's going to Ultra Ball down. He's probably going to go in and pick up the Hoopa. Most of these decks with the Tyrantrums are heavy Hoopa decks. So you want to play down the Hoopa to go ahead and pick up your other EXs like Keltio to perform the Perpetual Switch. Let's see what he goes ahead and snags out of there. Now I didn't really watch this game. I was on the run on this game, so I haven't seen much of this game. So again, I'm shooting this on the fly, and so we're seeing how it comes out. I have it double speeded down. He's going to pick up the Shaman and the Keldeo. Now, with these decks, you have to be very careful unless you can get the Sky Stadium card out. It can really go bad for you very fast because you don't want to fill up your bench with too many. Oh, he does take the Giratina. You don't want to fill up your bench with too many draw cards. So he's going to take the Hoopa, the Keldeo, and the Shaman. And it looks like, let's see what he goes ahead and puts down. He does put down the Giratina, the DDE, which is a great start. I don't think I would play that other Giratina unless I really truly had to. Oh, he does decide to. He's going to put down his Shaman, and he's going to draw upward of 6. He's going to battle compress now. What he's done is he's filled up his bench without putting a Bronzong down, and without the Bronzong, he's not going to be able to Metal Link those Metal Energies onto his Pokemon. So unless he can hit the Stadium card, which will allow him to play more Pokemon on the bench, he will not be able to Metal Links those energies on, so he'll be a little bit energy short. Let's see what he does. He must be searching for that stadium card. If he can get that stadium card in play, it'll be massive. He can put the Bronzons down. If he can't get the stadium card in play, he puts down the Muscle Man. It could be a long game for him. He really needs the stadium card in play, really needs to put that Bronzor down on the bench. Oh, he passes the turn. That is a massive, massive play right there for the opponent. He's going to take complete advantage of this, DCing down. He's going to Ultra Ball out. I'm sure he's going to pick up a Flareon maybe to evolve, or Vespiquen. Yes, he does pick up the Flareon to evolve. He's going to want that Flareon and go straight into him, and then probably at this point he's going to want to go into the discard handling. So he's going to play that. He's probably going to need some battled compressors. He's going to want to get as many cards into the discard. It looks like he went ahead and VS Secret and he played the N, calling the N out. They're both going to draw up to 6 at this point. And that was a massive deal for his opponent. Taking that massive hand away and forcing him just to take 6 is limiting his hand side, which was a great play by the Flareon deck. He's going to draw up to 6, take his 6. Alright, he battle compresses in, and this is what he wants to do. This is what the Flareon deck is. It's about getting as many Pokemon as you can in that discard to rev up that Vengeance. And he's going to have a big discard pile by the end of this. And he's going to be able to rev up that Vengeance in order to hit for that 180 HP off the Tyrantrum. He wants to hit as big as possible. He has the eggs in there too. Oh, and he does. And it looks like he's doing about 110 points of damage with the Silver Bangle. So he didn't get as many Pokemon as he needed in there. Now, let's go back to the Tyrantrum deck here. He got the Floatstone on the kill deal to perform the Perpetual Switch. And he's going to Chloris out. He's going to take a massive hand, and I think that's going to be 10 cards in his hand. What he really needs is a Stadium card to get out on the bench. If he can get his Stadium card out on the bench, he can go to a Bronzor. Let's see what he has been able to retrieve from his deck. He does have a Metal Energy. He can put down the Metal Energy on the Giratina and charge him the natural way, which is a bit slow. The Lysander to the Giratina could happen. Oh, he does perform the Perpetual Switch, moving back into the Hoopa. He did not put down the energy switch. Is he gonna? Yeah, he does put down the energy. He did not pass his turn yet. Alright, it looks like he's passed his turn at this point. The opponent's in a great position here. The Flareon deck's just in a great position. He's got the Juniper. He's discarded some more Pokemon into it, and he's taking a look at his prize map by playing the town map. Town map allows you to show your prize cards. It's sort of a map of where you're at with your prize selection, so it can tell you when you first hit how much you're going to do. So he's checking it out. I think he might actually have the 170 there. He's counting up his cards. He might have to throw a couple more cards in the discard if he has the Battle Compressor, which he does. So he's going to toss as many Pokemon into that discard to really build up that Vengeance. And that Vengeance, again, is 10 for every Pokemon in the discard plus 20. So you can really build a massive discard up to hit for that 170 HP on the Pokemon. He's searching through his deck right now. He's got to drop the Pokemon, and it's all 3 Pokemon, so there's 30 more points of damage. He's going to Computer Search out, going to draw a card. You could just see his deck dwindling down to nothingness, and that's what this deck does. It is basically get all the way down to 9 cards, and you just go for the massive swings. And he's going to go for a massive swing right now. Counting up his cards, I think he has the complete knockout. That is a complete knockout. That is a huge, massive play. He's already put down the DC on the Vespiquen. The Giratina comes up with the energy, but he does get a bench free space. So he's going to be able to put down that Bronzong. If he can get down that Bronzong, but he's not going to be able to evolve this turn, which means he does not have a double Bronzong where he can charge something up next turn. It'll still take him a turn to charge up. And with the Shaman and the Keldeo on the bench, he has possibly one-hit knockouts on every doing 170. Giratina is a 170. The only one Pokemon there that's running at a 180 is Tyrantrum, and he's already had damage on him. He's going to go ahead and VS Seeker. And I believe he played the Chloris again. Yep. And he's going to draw out. He wants to get as big a hand as he possibly can, hopefully looking for that Stadium card. And just not, doesn't look like he's hitting the Stadium card. He really needed that Stadium card. He's going to put down the energy on it and perform the Chaos Wheel, blocking Stadium's tools and special energies. This Vespiquen does come up. The Vespiquen is going to hit for just about using that Vengeance that Flareon used for just about the same damage. Just a little bit more, actually. He'll be hitting for 190 at this point, I think, because 2 more went into his discard. So he's got another Pokemon up, and it looks like at this point the Combi does come down. This is just a massive play. He's got the bench, like I said. The mustard's off the hot dog. This guy's ready to go. He's running full board. He's hitting out 170 every turn. He's pulling up the Shaman. The Shaman at this point doesn't have anything. He can do the perpetual switch. He can get into the Giratina. He can get into the Bronzor. He can maybe stall for a round. But at this point, he's gone down too many prize cards. This is a 6-2 match. And really, at this point, all he can do is give up the Bronzor. Maybe go down a prize card and stall for a little longer. But even giving up that Bronzor, and possibly Metal Linking onto the Giratina still doesn't buy you an entire round. He's going to VS Seeker to Lysander and see if he can stall. It'll force him to play the retreat card on the Shaman and pull that Shaman back. Whether or not that happens is really just a stall tactic at this point. If he has an AZ, he can pull up the Shaman. He's going to computer search. Oh, and he runs the Parallel City. That's different. He just put too many at the start Pokemon down on the bench. If he would have gone in with the Bronzors and not so many of the EXs, he would have been able to charge the Tyrantrums and the Giratinas up. He brings up the Bronzor. He is going to play the prize exchange. Going to Metal Link onto the Shaman. So he did opt for the Shaman. I think I would have Metal Link just onto the Giratina. I saw a DDE in his hand, maybe do a DDE onto him next turn. Either way, though, I don't see him being able to will his way out of this one. He's going to pull off the AZ there, bring up that. He is going to be able to take the Bronzor for 1 prize card. And with the Flareon already charged and being able to do 190 damage at this point, I think he just went up to 200 points of damage. At this point, I don't see this game going any farther than it has. He's going to have to play a stall tactic, which is a very smart move, bringing up the Shaman. And seeing if he can stall him for 1 round. He VS Seekers for the AZ, and he knocks out the Shaman. Unfortunately, that is just the power of the Vespiquen and Flareon deck when it gets going. Wherever you are, thanks for tuning in and listening to Raising Ash. This is Raising Ash out. Have a good night.